Welcome back, fellow mobile gaming fanatics. I'm MyTyme, this is Top Drives, and today's video we will not be doing 40,000 gold worth of pack openings. Unfortunately, I know, I'm sorry, but to soften that blow, we will kick off by opening one of these ceramic packs. I've been opening a few recently to see if I get a bit lucky. Now I've got a little bit of extra cash in the bank thanks to all those packs that were opened. Let's see if we can start this video off with something really good. It's gonna be at least a double. Oh, this is good. At least a double super rare. I would take that. The Mangusta along with an ultra rare. Oh no, the Datsun Rally. Okay, I don't need another. I've got two, but a very good car. Good haul. I'll take that from a ceramic. Pretty happy. That is a decent start to this video. Very quickly, noticeable mention: the new challenge, the Arc. Part of the Arc series. Here we go. The Alfa Romeo is up for grabs. Round 24, just so you notice, round 25 can be a farming round, so use all your tickets up, get the car as quickly as you can. You can spend the rest of the time just farming round 25. Okay, I like to see that. Why can't they introduce that in all the challenges? I do not know. But let's come and have a look at the big main event at the moment, the Zonda Prelims. Now we're going to come in quickly. Again, all the prizes are 2015 to 2019 SUVs, and guess what, they're even giving you a bonus if you use those cars in this prelims. So what we're going to need to do to try and attack the top 10. Now you will see here for myself, I don't actually have a huge number of races played in comparison. I just wanted to make sure I got myself into the top 20 first before doing the video, because I want to try and come against some of the higher ranked people so you can see what their teams look like. But let's come in and see what kind of cars you will need potentially. So no SUVs, no legendaries. Just to let you know, I believe in being proactive rather than reactive in this game, and by that what I mean is, for example, I don't feel that you should come out and max out this BMW X3 as an example just for this event. I've had it 158 days. I've not found a need for it yet. Me to go and stick 15 ultra rares into this event to try and get into the top 10 without it even guaranteeing me getting in the top 10 to win one carbon fiber pack, which is going to get me 2 ultra rares back at minimum. You know, I might get something better, but 2 ultra rares back, it doesn't seem like a good investment of your resources. Okay, so be proactive instead. Upgrade cars which have multiple uses that you find yourself using in other events, rather than working on cars when events have been released. Okay, that's just a tip that I like to try and go by now when I'm updating my garage. Now, cars that I'm using, I was using the Land Rover Defender 35 RQ. Let me show you it. Okay, this car is 100% viable for this event. I was running like this to begin with. This team was slightly different. This is what I've opted to go for in the end. I have a misleveled Bentley Bentayga here. This should be 323, but still the car is extremely useful. The Land Rover Defender V works V8 here. This for me is the key car. Okay, this is the granddaddy of cars in this event, in my opinion, because it is the king of snow in this event. Now we'll come back to that in a minute. That car, I think if you have it, use it. Another car I see lots of people using is the XC90 T5. Lots of people have this Volvo because we've had the European Revolution packs, the European Revolution events, the Volvo events, Swedish events. A lot of people have accumulated this car from packs and have worked on it. It has another place in this event, which is nice to see cars that we've got recently being used in other events, not just being key for one specific event. And finally, the Suzuki Ignis. This car is amazing. It doesn't look great, but its weight, it is so light in comparison to all its other cars. Look at anything else around it. 1815. Now I know this is in kilograms, but it doesn't matter. 1724, 22. You know, you can just see the car is so much lighter. Really decent car to have. On top of that, any kind of off-road car is half decent. The K5, you'll see a couple of Hummers in here for the snow. But let's go into the event. I'm going to be able to show you a few cars that other people are using. Now, snow is where you're going to get the most out of these off-road cars. Okay, with that, let's come and show you a few other people. So here we go, another person using a Volvo, using the Land Rover Defender, just showing you how many people find these two cars especially extremely useful in this event. You're going to see quite a few of the Jags in here as well, the F-Pace, a car that I really do want to get. To be honest with you, I'd take either the F-Pace or the I-Pace. I need both of them, would love to get both of them. Twisty Road here, they've done it all speed, I can win that one. We'll come back to that in a minute, that's not an issue. So we've got more people here. Twisty Road, lots of people using the QX30. What I wanted to quite show you, here you go, somebody else up towards the top 10 using the Ignis, using the Volvo, using the Defender, using the Bentley, just like me, but instead he has his maxed out the right way, so he has a nice advantage over me here. And again, the Ignis being used now, used on the twisty road in the snow. I'm going to show you why this car is useful, and I need to find a person. So here we go. So Dimitri, you are going to be my guinea pig. Hopefully this works out. So first of all, the hairpin road. I know that the Land Rover Defender is going to win, so I can take that one on. I'm now going to try twisty road. Twisty road might not be the best. Slalom is where this car excels, but twisty road, hopefully it will do well as well. Then on another twisty road, we're going to probably might be able to take a victory here, take a victory here, take a defeat here. Right, let's just play this for a minute and see what happens. So the Hummer H3, another good car. As you see, not a huge amount of difference here. If you've got an off-road car, definitely bring one. I recommend bringing two. There is only one track set where there is no snow, where you're going to struggle with them. Okay, so against the Jaguar F-Pace here on twisty road, not as great as I made it out to be. But then again, you've got to remember, it is a super rare and it's still only lost by 50 points, so we just about get the victory there, which is great. We come here, this is going to be a loss, expected that, no problems. Notice though, because you're using cars with the bonus here 1.2 times, that when we get a victory, a close victory, we're getting 60 points. When we get a close defeat, we're only losing 50. So it's a lot easier in this event for you to be able to win. And I know, because I've run this before, that the Volvo XC90 is the slightly better car here. So there we go, got a victory there. And I didn't really get to showcase Ignis to you, so let's go and find somebody that I can showcase it to and just show you its strengths. Here we go, slalom test in the snow. We want to find, there we go, we're not even going to look again. Sorry Dimitri, sorry it has to be you, but we're going to throw the Ignis out here. We're going to throw this out here. We're going to go snow, half-mile, frozen lake. Here we go, this is the setup we run with. We take a defeat in the first one, no problems, okay? Absolutely no problems. We take a victory here, should be come the end. Yep, just about. Not too bad that BMW. I might actually have to work on my one, you know. Well, I'll get the victory here with the Mercedes AMG. Lovely. Not the match we're looking to see. No, we get a victory here. Now all we have to do is avoid a huge defeat on the last race to get the victory. Slalom test against a better handling car. Another 16 RQ, and what happens? It loses. Okay, why does it lose? Better mid-range acceleration, lower mass. Even though this guy has upgraded his XQ30 different to most people, that difference in weight just makes a huge it's a huge impact in things like the slalom. Okay, so there you go, you can bring in two low RQ cars. You can bring in the Ignis and you can bring in a Defender, 35, 46 RQ cars, and they can have a big impact on your team in order to help you move up your ranks. So will I get the top 10? I honestly don't know. I don't think I'll stay there. I don't think my team is quite honed in enough, especially with that Bentayga being upgraded incorrectly, but I've got a chance, and hopefully so will you. Now, another thing that I've been doing, and in fact we'll come back to a moment, another thing I've been doing is leveling my legendary escape. We've got 3 cars being leveled up. I didn't want to show you guys and explain to you all about improving your garage, improving your cars, and not do it myself, so I decided to work on the McLaren 720S. This is the first upgrade into it. It's currently going into weight because I feel I will use this car a lot. There's a lot of great exhibition events, or British based events should I say, and cars like the McLaren my 675 LT here I've used a lot since I've got it. Great car, so I see myself getting use out of that. I also threw an upgrade into the Porsche 911 Turbo, not because it's an amazing car, but because I've used it over 2,000 times in 650 days, 88% win ratio. I thought, put another upgrade into its weight, that will just help it a little bit in those races. With that same kind of logic, I was going to work on my Nissan R390, because this car, surprisingly, I didn't even realise it myself, over 2,200 times I've used it, got an 89% win ratio with just the one upgrade into the engine, showing you how important it can be just to put that one upgrade in. This manages to beat in the stock R390 cars. Putting one more upgrade in it would allow it to beat the car like this, so my car currently now, and potentially one or two other cars in certain situations, because obviously it will be slightly better. But I feel at 89% here I get enough out of this car that I don't need to rush to put another upgrade into it. Instead, I can start to spread my upgrades around other cars, and a good example will be my Ford GT here. I use this car enough, okay, not a huge amount, but I've used it enough. I've got 2 upgrades into it, win ratio 80%. For me, I'm happy with this. It's not the best legendary, but I get enough use out of it, and it wins against most other Ford GTs I come across, because not a lot of people have maxed out their Ford GT. Obviously, it's not going to win against a maxed out Ford GT, so it will sit there. Next, what I want to do is start putting more upgrades into some of these cars, including potentially some of the event cars. So when I'm running events that aren't price car events, because you can't use event cars in them, an upgrade into the Bugatti and upgrade into the Pagani will give me an advantage over a lot of them, because not many people have maxed out legendaries or put too much work into them. Okay, obviously there are people out there, but if you want to try and get around the top 10s and push into there, you have to start working on your legendaries, and that's why I feel 2 upgrades into them is going to be enough to give you that little boost, especially when you're teetering on the edge of top 10s. Now, last thing today, I decided to go to the daily event, change the kind of cars which you would need for it, and put in a load of ultra rares. So, little discussion with a few of you in the comments and stuff before the recent event we had. Riders on the Storm, the packs, especially carbon fiber packs. Many people complaining about the cars that you could get in there and are not being of much use, and I kind of agree with that. Now, we did get this Alpine A310, and if you ask me, I haven't maxed mine out, I am working on it. This car is going to be a very, very good car potentially for city streets. It is light. We're not going to worry about traction control and ABS. We're just going to try and use it in the dry weather. But this car looks like it's going to be a city streets monster for the ultra rare category anyway, but it is an event car. Okay, now I thought what I'm going to do then is pick some other notable cars, other medium ground clearance cars. So Alfa Romeo, Italian counterpart, Japanese in the Mitsubishi Evo 4, the Ford Focus for the British, the French ones was the Renault Megane Sport, and then we've got the Vauxhall Maloo, one of the cars in the most recent pack that a lot of people have probably got now. Should you be maxing it out? I say yes. And what I decided to do is I've only used ultra rare cars to keep this fair. They're all upgraded the same way. They're all upgraded 3 to 3. Okay, so max engine and chassis, 2.3 on the weight, all done exactly the same. So you can't, there's not a favoritism in one style of setup over the other. And so I've tried to pick one from each kind of. I know there isn't an American one here, but they're not all from the same manufacturer or from the same country. There's a variety. All these cars, a lot of people would regard as being very good, or one of the best for each nation's city street levels. Okay, so with that, I ran them on small and medium. Use UK 10. You can find that in the campaign, in the UK campaign, track 10 or stage 10. They got a dry small and a dry medium city streets. Now I'm going to put up the times of each car for the small track set. And as you will notice then, in 5th place, the Megane was the slowest there, okay? So Megane came in 5th, then followed by the Alfa Romeo, followed by the Focus, followed by 2nd being the Evo, and maybe kind of surprisingly 1st being the Maloo. So the Maloo is the best of the 5 when it comes to city street small in dry weather, probably because it's got the best 0 to 60. Now you can see that across the board, it's a lot better than all its counterparts. So the smaller circuit, that extra acceleration, I think where it lacks on handling, helps it to get through, and as a result this car wins in this race. Then I did the next thing, I went and did it on medium, okay? So again, time's coming up, and from that we can now see that the slowest, or out of all of them, Alfa Romeo come in 5th. This time the Focus comes in 4th. The Megane improves and comes in 3rd, probably because it's extra handling, the longer the course, and that 97 handling helping it to claw back where it was losing some of the 0 to 60 acceleration. Coming in 2nd this time was the Maloo, and pipping it, no surprise in some respects, I guess, the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 4. I've already loved this car for a long time, as I'm sure anyone who watches my videos knows, but coming in 1st. So what we can tell from this, right, these two streets, these may not be the only medium or high ground clearance cars in ultra rare. They're the ones that I have maxed out, and they're from different nationalities, but I think it is definitely safe to say you can find a place in your garage for this Maloo, okay? I am extremely tempted to build a 2nd, and I think it makes sense to. Whether I build one to give it a bit extra handling, or build one with the extra, I don't think I'll build one improving it 0 to 60. It can go down to 3.5 I believe, but I'm not really using it as a drag car. It does drag reasonably well, it does drags better than the rest of these cars as well, so it kind of can fall back and give you some cover in that sense as well. If like you have a 1/4 mile track set as well as like a city streets, you can use it there. I definitely think that this car now has a place in everyone's garage. Yeah, there is. It's almost like come out of nowhere. If you have a Maloo, keep it, max it out. In my opinion, it is top 3, and I think it's very hard to argue top 3 in terms of ultra rare city street cars. Okay, yes, there will be the odd car that can beat it in certain setups and stuff, but if you run them all 3-2-3, this car I think is 100% a keeper. So make of it what you will. All these cars here I will keep because they all had their own place. This is a great Italian medium streets car, there aren't that many of them. This is a great Japanese medium streets cars we've seen, and from a French perspective, the Renault Megane is still one of the best, and it is a cheaper RQ version. So all of those are 100% worth keeping, but that does show you that that Maloo, believe it or not, is a car that deserves a place in every garage, in my opinion. And anyway, I've been MyTyme, so thank you very much for watching, everyone. We will come back towards the end of the Zonda Revolution and see if I can actually make it into the top 10 or not. I will be working tomorrow night, so I might end up falling out of it. Hopefully we don't. Let me know how you're doing in the event. Let me know if you enjoyed this video in the comment section below, and I will see you all soon. Take care, everyone.